Hello, team. So glad we have some time to stretch together. I know that was a blur. Here we get to go for round two. So with our space tonight, all you need is a mat. Oh, I'm glad that you got to jump out on that and jump into this. Hey, Rachel, 2 for 2. Yes. With your feet about hip width apart, we're going to slide up onto the balls of the feet, lift the heels. Next week, we get to do a foot massage. So looking ahead, you'll want to find something that you can roll out your feet. Jackie. I don't know why. I think I was thinking of Jackie because I'm hoping she's on this. And slide onto the heels, lift the toes. But I feel like Gracie keeps showing you how to do down dog and stretch. Slide the weight to the outside rim of the foot. And then slide to the inside rim of the foot. Now take your weight to all 4 quadrants so you feel the front, back, side to side connect to the floor. Soften the knees. And then flex the quads, pull the knees back over the heels. I'm so proud of you guys for showing up to stretch. I know it's hard to make time. I told you, Sarah, isn't it funny? I know, I used to lock her out of here when we started back in March, but now she's just part of the team. Settle the knees so they're right over the feet. Squeeze your bottom and press your hips forward. She used to not stay in here so much, but all of a sudden, it's like she won't leave me alone. And then slide the hips back. Yay, Jackie. Shift the hips to the right. You were clearly on my mind. And then shift to the left. Now bring the hips center so the hips are right over the knees, right over the ankles. Roll your shoulders forward, tilt the chin to chest. So you're trying to create space in between the shoulder blades as you tilt the chin down. I usually have my shoes off, so if you guys can take your shoes off, go for it. I'll catch up. Roll those shoulders back and down. I was just so excited to stretch with you. And then release those shoulders. Take the right ear to the right shoulder. I'll have to go back. That was so, my brain half hour cleared it out of there. Left ear to the left shoulder. I know it's so weird, Jackie. It does different stuff all the time. Oh man, no, all the good stuff's coming, Chie. You haven't missed anything yet. Bring the head center. We're just, the good stuff's up ahead. Nice big deep breath in, arms come up. Exhale, drop the shoulders and hinge. Scoop your belly button in. Round your back, reach the hands to the floor. Lock your hands forward. Low hover. Don't worry. Press your chest through. Lay your thighs down, flatten your feet. Look over your left shoulder. That's going to stretch your right hip flexors. And switch. Look over your right shoulder. Someone's getting really comfortable. Come back to center. Sink back into that child's pose stretch. So as you hinge back, tuck the hips under. When you're in that position, I want you to think about letting the hips feel heavy and sink down to the floor. Nice big deep breath in. Exhale. One more time. Big deep breath in. As you exhale, slide back up onto your hands and knees. Dig the toes into the floor. I know. I rushed in from the other class. I forgot to take my shoes off. Lift the tailbone, press the heels back. I'll take my socks off so that I don't blend into the carpet. Lift that right foot up towards the ceiling. Big deep breath in. As you exhale, pull that right foot all the way into pigeon. As you come into that, just like usual, you can take the right shin parallel to the edge of your mat. You can keep the foot tucked. Otherwise, crawl yourself forward and bring your hands or your elbows or your forehead down onto the mat. Big deep breath in. Exhale, whatever stress you can let go of, whether that's physical, mental, emotional, release what you don't need. Now press into your hands, lift your body. We're gonna rock onto that right hip. I know, so true. Me too, Karen, I like this one too. That left leg comes out to the side. I've noticed that when I pre-record the stuff, that's when I have to be pickier with my music because they have time to listen. When it goes live, I can kind of play whatever I want and at least get one show out of it. Turn so you have your right foot tucked. Turn towards your left leg and then crawl yourself forward. Now that could be here today. That could be elbows. You could grip the foot. We spend so much time trying to tighten everything. I want you to pay attention to releasing and loosening up as much as you can through the hip, through the hamstring, and then the back and the obliques. I need to get a king size mat. I feel like I always get kicked off the mat. One more time, big deep breath in. As you exhale, lift up. Now we're going to come back into that. You can stay with your foot tucked. Otherwise, take it out to the side. So you invert that. You're going to feel that tightness through the inner thigh. So in that, move around a little bit. You can lean to the right. You can lean to the left. But you're trying to drive this right hip down. Then twist away from the right and crawl yourself back forward. Inhale. Exhale, try and let go of that left hamstring. One more time, big deep breath in. Exhale, crawl yourselves back up. She is. We always put her, oh, nope, that woke her up. Take that right foot, tuck it in. Now bring that left foot, it can be in front here. In front, laying in front or on top, your way. Now in that position, move around a little bit. So you're trying to find where you can get that hip to ground on the left side. And then from there, agreed, Jackie. Take that right hand, press into the left thigh, and then take your left hand, push into the floor, and see how big you can twist over. I think so too. What's really funny is it's really, where I'm at, it's very loud. So I think it's funny that it's like this Zen sleeping moment. But I'll take that over. Wasn't it just yesterday when I couldn't get any space from her needing to be pet? So this is perfect. Now some of you are going to feel great right here holding that spinal twist. Others will feel a deeper stretch coming down onto your hands or down towards the elbows. Find the stretch that feels good for you today. And then you're trying to let go of that right quad. You'll notice that if you try and push this right hip down, you'll feel it tightening. So you're trying to stretch by creating that bind so that rotation, that gravity load of your torso stretches and lengthens through the obliques, the intercostals. One more time, big deep breath in. Exhale, walk your hands back. Now come to the front. Once you're to the front, you can have the fingertips in front You can take the palms to the mat, to the floor. You can come down onto your elbows or all the way down on the forehead. Your body's going to try and grip tight through the hips and through the knee. See if you can move around the mat and let it go. Give it permission to release and let go. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Big deep breath in. Exhale, walk your hands back so you come up nice and tall. Now take the legs, both of them out to the side. And when you do that, when the knees have been bent to that position, especially at the beginning, when you're not used to that full cross position, your knees may need a second to relax in that. So shake them out a little bit. Then you want to take the pelvis, tip it back, and crawl your hands forward. Big deep breath in. Exhale. One more time. Big deep breath in. Exhale. Walk your hands back. I guess I was wrong, Sarah. I'm not really that quiet. I thought in my head I was a lot quieter than I am. I'm quiet for about 1.5 breaths is what I'm finding out. Come back onto your hands and knees, dig the toes into the floor, lift the tailbone, press back. So you're pulling the hips up towards the ceiling, getting that nice long stretch through the hamstrings, the insertion into the glute. Take your left leg, float it up towards the ceiling. Big deep breath in. Exhale, pull that left leg through into pigeon. So as you come into that, once again, you can move your shin parallel to the edge of the mat. That'll lightly lift up your left hip a little bit and keep you more upright, or you can tuck the foot, bring the hands, the elbows, or the forehead down to the floor. With each exhale, let go, whether that's the hamstring, the glute, tension in your back, judgment, disappointment, whatever you don't need to hang on to. Let it go. Inhale. As you exhale, push back into your hands, rock onto your left hip. Take that right leg out to the side. We're going to tuck the right foot in towards the pelvis. So again, as we get more comfortable with stretching, the knee drops lower to the floor. The foot can tuck in a little bit closer, but there's all different variations as we work our way through it. I'm really proud of us because I did not stretch ever. And then through quarantine, we started stretching once or twice a week. So we're starting to feel a little bit looser, more limber. And in that, just know that some days are going to feel better than others. And we just want to ride that wave. So don't put pressure on your body if it looks a little bit different today than yesterday. Try not to stress about different tightness, imbalances. And then as we rotate towards that right leg, reach down. You can have your hands by the thigh, the calf, the foot. And then each exhale, you're trying to let gravity sink your body closer to your thigh. Inhale. One more big deep breath in. As you exhale, crawl yourself back up. And then again, you choose. You may do another set like that or invert that knee. And even just that position of having that foot out, that's going to stretch the inner thigh, the inner portion of both the quadricep and the hamstring. In that, shift over to your left a little bit. So if it's really tight, that's going to be uncomfortable. Even just leaning over to your left, you'll feel a tightness. So you can play in that space for a second if you want, or we rotate back to the right and then crawl yourself back forward. With each exhale, try and let go of your right hamstring. Big deep breath in. Exhale, walk your hands back. Take that left foot, tuck it back under. So once you have that left foot tucked, then you get to choose what makes sense for your right. That could be upright, laying in front, laying on top. Again, play with the different motions and see what feels best for your knees. Then from there, shift around a little bit. Loosen up into the joints. It's good for your joints and the fascia. And then take your left hand, create a little tension against that right quadricep. Take your right hand, push it into the floor, and twist. With each exhale, we're seeing if we can spiral a little bit bigger towards that right side. Now you can stay as you are, or bring your hands, palms, elbows, forehead, whatever you can drop down to the right. Big deep breath in. As you exhale, come on up. As you come on up, reach forward so you can have your fingertips in front, palms, elbows, forehead. Use your weight to pull into that. So as we drop the body weight forward, it creates a gravity pull that we're after for those legs. So as you come forward, allow that release. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Big deep breath in. Exhale, press back into your hands. Oh, here's a good one. This is a good one. Now take the legs in front. Again, give your knees a little time to come out of that knee bend position. And then once the legs are in front, start to walk your hands forward. You can have the hands at the thighs, the calves, or the feet. Getting ready to take it all the way down to our mat. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Big deep breath in. Exhale. Now walk your hands back, sitting up nice and tall. Our final stretch loop. I'm gonna go this way because I feel like I don't have much room either direction. Now in that, lay yourself all the way down and then pull the left knee up towards you. Rock a little bit forward and back. And then take that left knee, drop it over the right side of the body. Take your left hand up to the ceiling and then pull the left arm out to the side. So you're trying to reach your left fingertips and your left knee as far away from each other as you can get them, and then look over your left hand. With each exhale, let the weight of the left thigh drop a little bit closer to the floor, and then that's going to stretch that rotation and that lumbar spine just a little bit bigger. Inhale. Exhale. Pull that left knee in and switch. Now you bring that right knee in. The left leg goes out straight. Rock front to back. Oh, yay. Me too. Me too. That's why it's so good we're stretching and hunching. We could have easily skipped this, but good job, us, for showing up. Now take that right leg, bring it across the left side of the body. Bring your right hand up to the ceiling. Let the right arm drop to the right side. So you're reaching your right knee and your right hand as far away from each other as you can get. And then look over that right knee, or right hand. One more time, big deep breath in. Exhale. Pull that right knee back up towards the chin. Now from there, keep the right knee bent, put the left foot on the right knee, and pull that right knee in towards you. So you're pushing the left knee out, and you're pulling the right knee in. You can use your hands on the thigh. You can use one hand on the thigh and press out with that left knee. And then think about pressing into the tailbone. Yes, I agree. I love that, Dari. Dari says, hi, Grace. She says, I miss you, Dari. Now, take your left foot, lay it down to your right. Take your left hand, reach it out. Take your right hand, reach it through the thigh. Pull the thigh towards you and look over your left hand. It is pretty exciting. I don't know how many of you are noticing from the consistency with stretching, different than we've been through the last years together. But it's exciting to see some progress with some of the stretches. I know we keep adding to the soreness, but it's fun to see a little bit more flexibility. Now, bring the legs back to center. Take that right foot, put it on the left knee. And then same thing, your choice. You want to flex this right foot, press the tailbone down, pull the left thigh in, press the right knee out. Big deep breath in. Exhale. Now release that. Take that right foot, place it to the left side. Bring your left hand, thread through the thigh. Right arm comes out to the side. Look over that right hand. The spinal twist, it's so good because the spinal twist stretches are also really good for digestion. So, yay, Jackie. Me too. It's exciting. Inhale. Exhale. Go ahead and bring the legs back to center. Now take both feet up towards the ceiling, lengthening out your hamstrings. Take the hands. You can pull on the hamstrings, the calves, or the feet, and then lift your head, folding yourself in half. Big deep breath in. Exhale, head comes down, legs come out to the side. Now our last stretch, you can stay here, so you can choose to be in that wide position through the legs. Otherwise, we bring the heels together, set the feet down, and let the legs hang open. Now, this is such a good stretch to incorporate more the toes in, knees out. You're already going to be a little bit more limber and more lengthened in that position. When we come to inversion, that's where it's the IT band, a little uncomfortable. So take 2 big deep breaths here. With each exhale, let the thighs get heavier and sink closer to the ground. Now, take the feet. You can always choose to stay here if that brings you more joy. Stay. Otherwise, heel toe your feet out nice and wide, and then let the weight of the knees come in so that you feel that pull in the outer glute, the outer thigh. With each exhale, try and let the weight of the quadricep pull your knees towards the floor. Two more big, deep breaths. Now, eventually, as we work through that breath, the knees get closer and closer to the ground. If we did this every night, so our homework used to be that at night before bed, we would do the toes in and the toes out, and then the legs together, and then that would be our breathing, our meditation. If you do that, when I was doing that every night, my knees almost touched coming on inversion. Now, there's quite a distance there, but it's just because I haven't been consistent. So again, if you know you have really tight hips, then before bed, if you just add this small little routine in, it makes a big difference. One more big deep breath. Now take your feet, heel toe, don't wrench the knees back open. You want to walk the feet in. And then slowly roll up, turn over onto your hands and knees. Dig the toes into the floor, lift the tailbone, press back. Walk your hands back. Before you leave your mat, whatever you can let go of, whether that's tension in the jaw, the neck, the shoulders, whatever you can release mentally, physically, emotionally. Let go of what you don't need to carry. And then slowly roll all the way up. Squeeze your glutes, draw the navel to spine, roll the shoulders back and down so the body's nice and tall. Take a deep breath in, arms up. And exhale, give yourselves a big hand. I am so proud of you guys. Thank you so much for showing up. I know it takes so much extra self-motivation to show up in this way. And I love our community. I love our team. How well you encourage one another and look out for one another and make each other laugh. That's the best part. So, like I always say, stretching, well, I don't say stretching, but laughter is the best medicine. So through all of this crazy, all the different things that we keep being faced with each day, it's so nice to be able to come here and laugh, whether it's at me and Grace or whatever. It's worth it. It's worth it. Thank you so much, you guys. Yes. I'm excited for our workouts tomorrow. We'll meet at 4, and what we're trying to do, because a lot of people can only carve out the 30-minute time slots. So we're doing on those days, on some of those days, we're doing. I'm so glad, Sarah, that you're here. You'll find there's so many fun live workouts that we get to do together. So it's a fun combination. It is different because at home there's so many more distractions, but that's another way that we build resilience and grit, when we stretch around the dog, the children, the husbands, whatever's not in our way, but whatever's around us. You know what I mean? Thank you, Lisa. My pleasure. I love you guys. So as long as you're showing up, we'll all keep. I know, as Sarah noticed, I haven't made it very far. I'm still I keep trying. I really did think I would get to shower in between classes today, and then something happened and our water, Vic had to shut our water off, and now it's fixed. So now I won't go shower. Don't worry. Now I will go shower. So, but with what I was starting to say is with the 30-minute workouts, sometimes because I'm not amazing at ending on time, and I'm working on it, but sometimes the 30-minute one, the first one is going a little bit over, and the second one you might be waiting for a second. So realistically, you could give yourself 2 minutes to go grab water and go to the restroom after the posted time, because I feel like everything kind of gets shoved out a little bit. So, but my goal is to work on that for October. So anyway, I love you guys. Thank you for who you are to one another and to me. I appreciate you. Have a great rest of the night.